I don't often feature brands that are available on AliExpress on this channel. However, a few brands have reached out to me to review some of their watches. Some I have turned down, others I have accepted. There is one brand that I have accepted now twice from. This is Binli. They have a few different names, but they are all sold on the same website. And that was a watch that I reviewed for Halloween. It had a skeleton dial, not a skeletonized dial. There was a skeleton on the dial. It was 3D. And it was really actually very well made, especially considering the price. And the price was around $200 or under $200. Now, we have another watch from that brand. And this is very similar in the fact that it is a very, very good deal. It comes with an outer cardboard box, inner cardboard box essentially. It's signed, the name of the brand, Binli, and that's really it. This is a reviewer's watch. I don't have to send it back, but they did not send me any warranty information. However, you could see here, it is a very interesting watch, and there's a very interesting way of telling the time. This is a 42 millimeter sort of PVD or ion plated case. So they describe it as PVD. I'm not sure. I would have to do a test to see that, but I think it is PVD coated. And then it has a sapphire crystal with AR coating, and it is an automatic, so you do get an automatic movement. This is a Miyota 8215. So it's not the best Miyota movement out there, but it is a Miyota movement and it is Japanese made. So you're getting a Miyota movement, screwed in case back. 50 meters water resistance. The side is signed Bellini. You have quick release on the strap. The strap itself is pretty much the exact same strap that I had on that other watch that I reviewed from them. I was really impressed with that one. I'm very impressed with this one. It has grooves on the underside to relieve heat and sweat. However, it's just really nicely made. A very nice buckle on here, also plated in PVD. And then the dial. There are tons of layers to this dial, and I will do a very quick close-up of this. But the dial itself, you have that minute track, and then you have hands that sort of go underneath this shroud at the bottom of the dial itself. You also have a date there. It just looks really good, and the hands actually extend depending on where. Which hand is actually what time it is, will extend to the hour. So that's really it. It's a very interesting but a legible way of telling the time. So it's not hard to tell the time on it. It's actually pretty easy. I'll pull out the crown so you could see. Of course, you don't get a screw down crown because this is 50 meters water resistant. But like you see, as I advance the minutes, you could see there's a yellow mid-hour hand, then a blue hour hand, and then a red hour hand. And that red one is pointing to the center. So right now, it's 7 o'clock. And then it becomes 7:30, 8 o'clock. Very easy to tell the time. Extremely, extremely easy. It does not hack. I believe it does hand wind. And that's really it. Very interesting dial, as I said. There's a lot of layers. I'll do some close-ups of it. In the center, there's sort of like a silver ring. And then on that bottom part, there's some screens. So it's not skeletonized, obviously, but there are screens that you could see the actual hands coming up as they are advancing. It looks really good. The counterbalance has a little BL on it, which is nice. It's actually a little nice touch, I would say. Overall, the watch itself is very well made. 42 millimeter case, as I mentioned, 49 millimeter lug to lug, about 12.5 millimeters thick. That's including the sapphire crystal. Just generally a nice little watch. And this watch, I think they have it up for around $280, I think, around there, or $269, somewhere around there. But they're constantly offering discounts upon discount. So right now they're offering 4% off and then 20% off if you sign up with your email. So you can get this around $200, and in some cases, like on Black Friday, it was very easy to get this under $200. So if you are interested in it, definitely check out the link in the description below. These are easy to get under $200 or around $200. There's a lot of watch for that $200. This is a very nice 316L stainless steel. There's even like a little line through the side of the case. The case is signed on this side. Usually I don't like it, but you can barely see it. And then there's an engraving on the inside. I'll do another I think it's their logo. It's just right on the inside of the actual lugs. Really nice stainless steel case back, so it doesn't you don't interact with the PVD coating. Just very, very nice and really worth the $200. Very quickly though, let me throw it on my wrist and then we'll do a lume shot. Today I am wearing the About Vintage Turtle. This is the green with textured dial. Just a really fun, this is a Mecha Quartz watch, so it's a fun diver, 200 meters, very well made, very, very cool watch. I really like it. So very quickly I will throw the watch on my wrist, the Binli, and then we will wrap up the video. You can see on the strap also, it's signed Bellini Design. A nice touch, I guess. Doesn't really need it, but you can see on my wrist I have a 7.5-inch wrist. This watch really does wear nicely. It feels like a way more expensive watch than it actually is, and I have to say it looks like a more expensive watch than it actually is. The fact that they went the little extra step and put a Miyota movement rather than a seagull movement in it, I like that. I just like the overall look, the aesthetic of this watch. The case is very angular, and it has a bunch of different finishings on it as well. So you have polishing, you have brushing, and you have bead blasting. It's pretty well finished for, especially considering the price. There's no sharp elements. It's a very nicely finished watch. Anyway, the last time I did a review of one of these watches, the lume did let down. So let's check out the lume and see how it works. All right, well, there you have it. You can see the lume is actually there. They have lume on the hour and minute hand, which is very good. The last watch, like I said, I reviewed from them. They only lumed, I think, the minute hand, which didn't make a lot of sense anyway. However, they lumed all of the hour hands. So there's 3 hour hands. As you can see, I turn this. There's the short one, there's a long one, and then there's the medium one. Now, there is one issue that I see with the watch, not having to do with the lume, and it is the date wheel. So the date wheel is at that little window there, and I'll do a close-up of this as well. One of these hands, I think it's the medium length hand, will actually cross over the date wheel. So for a few hours a day, maybe 1 or 2 hours, you're not going to be able to tell the date because the hour hand will actually pass over it, and you will not be able to see the date. That's just the case. I mean, any watch that really happens with the minute hand, but the minute hand is usually a little bit smaller. This is a big arrow, so it will cover it completely for a little while. Anyway, not a huge deal. Definitely not a deal breaker. I think it's a very cool watch for the price. Again, for around $200, you're getting something pretty cool. Definitely not your first watch, but something very interesting to add to your collection. But tell me what you guys think in the comments below. Of course, I want to hear from you guys. I'm always interested in what you guys think of these watches. Please also don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell icon. It's super helpful for the channel, and I very much appreciate it. Please follow me on Instagram. My Instagram is WatchChrisBlog. I have some links in the description. Those links are to Amazon. If you click those links and buy anything, it helps support the channel. It doesn't cost you anything extra. However, I very much appreciate it. Anyway, thank you for logging on. I'll catch you guys in the next video.